Well, howdy. It is time for the Wednesday edition of More Geek Than Gay, and this is Edward. Joseph is, of course, off doing Joshua Tree, so it's just me and you guys. Woohoo! And it's time for our Wednesday discussion talks. I don't know what to call them. So, but without any further ado, let's get to the music. I love our theme music. I love our theme music.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Wookie, tiny whiny stuff.
Okay, so, last week I gave you guys homework. I'm going to do this. I'm going to segue very badly. Just letting you know right now. I'm going to segue so horribly. And I got to hear from some of you guys that you guys did your homework, but you guys decided to keep it private, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine. There is no reason for you to share that. That wasn't part of the homework. The homework was just to be introspective and, really think about someone who helped make you who you are today. For the better. Not someone you blame, but someone you can credit with being who you are today. Me, I will give you a good solid example. There's been quite a few people. There is one, though, that always sticks out in my head as the first in line for this, and that is an ex of mine, Jacob. Jacob has passed. He died about 6 years ago. And we had a horrible relationship in many ways. He just was not a good commitment type guy. But he was a great guy. I wouldn't have taken him back on a bet, but he was a great guy. And one of the big things there's two things. One was that he was a guy that pretty much everybody in the bar wanted to get with when I was working at a bar, and I had no inclination to go towards him or anything like that, okay? He was definitely not my type. He was very rough around the edges, and just no. But he is also very good looking, and so many people in the bar wanted him, okay? There was like a line. He could just pick whoever he wanted to any day of the week. And he did, which is part of the reason why he was no, not happening. And yet, he took it upon himself to try to get me, partially as a challenge. Okay, I know that's what it was, because I had made it quite clear that no, not happening. And I think that intrigued him. But there was a very nice night that happened. I got sick. He actually blew off his sure thing for the evening to help me out while I was sick. And that actually got him a change from a no to a yes. But it also meant that he wasn't getting me on the same conditions that he was planning on. He had suddenly become involved with me, as compared to maybe not even knowing my name. So, that's how we got together. And it was kind of flattering that someone who could, at any time he wanted to, get pretty much anyone else in the bar he wanted to, wanted me. That was kind of flattering. The real thing, though, that he did that helped me become who I am today was, okay, I was raised smart, and my parents always made sure that I knew that I was smart and that there was nothing wrong with being smart. Okay? They embraced it. At the same time, life kind of taught me that people have issues with smart people. And sometimes it's easier to play dumb and, not let people know that you're smart, and they'll talk to you more easily. Okay? I'd encountered many a time when being smart actually kept me out of conversations. So, there was one night in the bar, we were just talking to people and everything. Jacob and I were just hanging out, and some guy next to me started talking to me about something or other. I don't know what it was. I seriously don't remember what it was. But it was something that I knew I knew the topic. I knew the topic very well. But I sat there and went, "Oh, really? Wow, I did not know that. Could you tell me more?" Just to drag out the conversation. Jacob quickly caught onto this, that I was doing this, and before I knew it, he had dragged me out of the bar and was chastising me in the parking lot. Jacob was a few years older than me, so, it was a little weird being chastised by this older gentleman, but he was pissed. He was so pissed off at me because he knew that I knew what that guy was talking about. He knew that I was just playing dumb so that, it would be easier. And he recognized that this is probably something I did because I didn't think people would like me when I was being smart. And he let into me so much that night. Oh my God. He even, bordered on threatening to break up with me if he ever saw me pretend to be something less than I actually was ever again. That he was offended, that he was insulted on my behalf, that I was better than that I should never have to pretend to be something other than what I am, something less than what I am, in order to get by in this world. And that really stuck with me. Wow, that was possibly one of the biggest lessons of my life. Because it really hit home. Whoop! And there goes the camera. So, that is something that, I guess others may blame him for this, but I really credit Jacob with that. With making me realize that there's nothing wrong with being everything I am. And taking credit for it. That there's no reason to pretend to be less just so that people will like me. So, yay, Jacob. Now here comes the first of the bad segues. Hey! Anyone watching American Horror Story? Joseph and I are probably going to talk about American Horror Story tomorrow or Friday or something like that. Okay? But I do find it interesting that there is a killer clown in American Horror Story. If you caught our past episodes, you caught us talking about it. Well, the American Clown Association, or Clown Actors of America, or whatever they're called, is up in arms because it's just perpetuating the fear of clowns. And you know what? I find that flippin' hilarious. Because the fear of clowns has gone back since before mass media as we know it. Okay, there have been scary clown stories for a long time. And then when you get to mass media, yes, it increases, okay? We have The Man Who Laughed, which inspired the Joker. We have Insane Clown Posse, which, you know, hey, they're Insane Clown Posse. Killer Klowns From Outer Space. To think that American Horror Story is just perpetuating a horrible stereotype. Of all the horrible stereotypes that Ryan Murphy has perpetuated in the past, a fear of clowns ain't one of them. People are just scared of clowns. A death white face with exaggerated features painted upon it is something that some people are just going to find scary. I don't. And I have to admit, I find it funny when people do find it scary. But at the same time, there's a reason why people find clowns scary. And it's not because of, like, ooh, scary stories. It's because, no, clowns can't have innately the ingredients to be scary. Okay? Look in the mirror, Mr. Clown Man, and realize what you're looking at. You're looking at a scary, scary creature that happens to make balloon animals and honk at kids' parties. Okay? And that most of us are willing to go, oh, that's funny. That's just a guy in a clown outfit. But a lot of people see, oh, that's a dead creature with painted on exaggerated features. Yay! Get over it, Mr. Clown. So, I have to hurry this week because I fell behind. I was, again, struggling with my computer. This computer issue is becoming a major issue. I've gotten my computer back to working, but there's still little bugs in it here and there that have, as it is, I'm having to go back to files that are incomplete to try to catch up on stuff. It's just, I have to get in touch with my school about it. It's just a pain. So I have to get through this pretty quickly today, and I apologize if I sound like I'm rushing. But it is time for our next homework assignment. Because, yeah, let's do these homework assignments on Wednesdays that help us just be ourselves more. And this time, and this is one I would like us all to share as much as possible. Okay, this is one where I would like you guys to write it up, but, you know, in a comment or something like that. Share it with everybody. Embrace this one. This one, basically, your most embarrassing story that pretty much is all your fault. Okay? And to get the ball rolling, I will give you one of mine. Okay, so you guys have an idea. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. You probably are. When people sing the national anthem at sports events, they went to an audition to do that. They hold these big cattle call auditions in order to do this. I went to one a couple years ago. Actually, quite a few years ago now. For singing the national anthem at the Suns games. Yay! Singing the national anthem at the Suns games. I got in. I'm sitting there waiting my turn. It's taking forever because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people singing and you get to hear them all. Now, like I said, I actually have a very pleasant baritone voice. And listening to my competition, I felt, well, given the number of games and everything, I'm not saying that I'm a definite, but I think I actually at least will be one of the ones discussed as a possibility. All right. I feel pretty good about this. I felt so good about it that when others around me were being nervous, I was actually giving them advice on how to say, make sure that you say dawns early, not dawns early. Because I've heard people who find that to be a pet peeve when they hear dawns early light. What's a dawnser? Well, how is something dawns early? So, about halfway through, they realize that they're falling behind, and they make an announcement that they would like us all to start, instead of at the beginning, say, can you see, we're going to start with at the rocket's rocket's red glare. Okay, we're going to start from the middle and work our way finish. That way they'll get to twice as many people in the same amount of time, hopefully. So, fine. And I go down, and it's my turn. And I do my bit. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, can you see the... Huh. And I stop around there, and they kind of look at me, and I look at them, and they go, would you like to do this again? And I go, yes, please. I apologize. And so we go again. And I apologize. This is not me singing in full voice. This is me crunched up in my bedroom just singing real quietly. So trust me, the audition was sounding much better than this. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, can you see the... Huh. This goes on for 2 more retakes. And finally, we just concede that I'm done with my audition. For some reason, a song that I had known all my life, I've sung it in public, I've done it. I could not jump into the middle of it, and I managed to kind of embarrass myself in front of hundreds of people at an audition, many of whom I had given advice on how to best do their audition. Yeah. I received a nice little thank you note for my efforts, but unfortunately we've decided to go another direction, which I'm like thinking, well, yeah, of course you have. And that was that. I also received a bobblehead, which I auctioned off on eBay and told my story, which I got many replies to my story on eBay and made a nice little profit off the bobblehead. And that's my embarrassing self-imposed tragedy that I did. And I'm sure I'll have another one by next week. I'll have probably another couple of them for you that I can think of. But think of those stories. Share them. Embrace them. Okay? Become one with your embarrassment. So, until next Wednesday, I gotta cut this short because I gotta get this processed and jump in the shower. So, until next Wednesday, I hope you're all having a great week. Bye! So, what are you in for?